morning, everybody. Welcome to this European Innovation Fest, an event from the PhD Hub project. We appreciate a lot your participation in this event with this online way. I know that it's not the best way, but with the COVID situation, is the only way to do it. And according to the agenda, the first speaker that we have is the Vice President of International Affairs from University of Alcalá, Julio Cañero, who will tell you a welcome words to everybody. Vice President, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ignacio. Thank you, Nacho. Good morning to everyone. My name is, as Nacho has said, Julio Cañero. I am the Vice President for International Relations at the University of Alcalá in Madrid, Spain. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the inauguration of this European Innovation Fest, a salutation that I give in my name, but also in the name of our president, Dr. José Vicente Saz. The Universidad de Alcalá, along with the rest of partners in the PhD Hub project, has tailored a program with very attractive sessions addressed to academic PhD candidates and companies. I myself have signed up for some of them already. This meeting is clearly oriented to find some common grounds between the academic and the entrepreneurial worlds around the topic of doctoral programs. And for what I have been told, its call has received a lot of attention, as there are more than 400 registrations from all over Europe. As you know, the PhD Hub project was chosen by the European Commission through the Erasmus Plus program. Specifically, this project is financed as a Knowledge Alliance proposal. The PhD Hub project clearly fulfilled the aims of the Knowledge Alliance's plans, as I mentioned earlier. It strengthens the Europeans' modernization competence and promotes innovation in higher education and business. PhD Hub is an online portal for business-driven research that also centralizes funding opportunities from the public and private sectors, increasing the transferability of PhD results in different industries and society at large. The mission of PhD Hub is then to foster an interdisciplinary, intersectoral, and international dimension in the field of doctoral education and training. Its intention is undoubtedly to facilitate the exchange, flow, and co-creation of knowledge, research, and innovation between business, universities, and PhD candidates. And all this through the formation of a European-wide marketplace for business-driven research. The development of this project is only possible thanks to the intrinsic collaboration of 10 partners, 4 universities, 1 foundation, and 5 companies from Greece, Poland, Luxembourg, the United Kingdom, and Spain. Thanks to all of them for the great effort of setting up this initiative. As it is not my intention to take more of your precious time, I would like you to allow me to share with you some historical data and statistics about the University of Alcalá. Our university is one of the oldest universities, not only of Spain, but also of Europe. It was established as a general studies in 1293, the 13th century. But it was not until 1499, at the beginning of the 16th century, that Cardinal Cisneros really founded the university as we know it today. Cardinal Cisneros created a university campus with colleges scattered all over the city. So sometimes you don't know whether you have a city with a university or a university with a city. In fact, this campus model university was taken later to the New World, and many of the American universities of both hemispheres followed the principles that founded our university. Thanks to its antiquity and its rich architectural heritage, the university was declared Whole Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1998, being one of only 7 university cities to boast this distinction. The university now comprises 3 campuses, the one in the city, the external campus, which is outside the city, but very close to Alcalá, and a campus in Guadalajara, Spain, not Guadalajara, Mexico. Currently, 2,000 teachers and researchers work at the university with a ratio of less than 7 students per teacher. And we are one of the most prestigious universities in Spain, and we have obtained the maximum score in the QS World University ranking in the following areas: internationalization, teaching, innovation, social commitment, equipment, and infrastructure. Even though we cannot meet personally, I hope you can visit our institution in a very short future. I want to conclude by saying thank you to all the people participating in this European Innovation Fest and reiterating my acknowledgement to the partners of the PhD Hub project for setting up this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice President. Thank you for your time. I know that you have a very busy agenda, so we appreciate a lot of your time and your warm words for this event. Now I would like to give the floor to Marie Montalvo. Marie is the coordinator of this project from European University Foundation, and as well, she would like to say some words for the audience. Marie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Nacho, and thank you to the Vice President of International Affairs for this great introduction to our project. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the European Innovation Fest. So you have understood that I'm Marie Montalvo. I'm working for the European University Foundation, which is a network of more than 65 universities across Europe. And today I'm here as project coordinator of this EU-funded project, the European PhD Hub, which brings us together for this very special event, which gathers more than 400 bright minds from across Europe. This fest is an important event for us because it's a realization of 3 years of collaboration, of work in the field of doctoral training and internationalization, with various and ambitious partners from both the industry and academia, from Thessaloniki, from Łódź, Birmingham, Alcalá, and also many more other partners that we have in this project. And I'd like to thank again the University of Alcalá for organizing and hosting this, I hope, promising event. So far, it's been a great journey that bring together and closer together research and innovation actors, and also to match their research interests on our PhD Hub platform. During those 3 days of the event, we are offering you the opportunity to early stage researchers to connect with the industry. We try to empower you to drive innovation and to find new avenues of collaboration to answer the needs of our society, which is even more relevant today, I would say, in the context in which we are living in. On this note, and without further ado, I wish you a very pleasant and fruitful event. I hope that it will be full of new discoveries, and I gladly invite you to take advantage of our PhDHub.eu platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you for your warm words. And now is my time just to give some logistic information and some information about the event, because we have a small change in the agenda. So I am going to try to share my screen to. Let me just a second, please. Yes, here. So this is the agenda that we sent you a few days ago. So today is perhaps the more intensive day, perhaps with interesting and attractive activities. So after my time, we will start with the session 1 instead of the roadmap from validation to product readiness, because we have a last-minute problem, so we need to cancel that session. And we started with the modality of workflow visit. This modality has 3 sessions, two sessions today, and the last one tomorrow at the beginning of the event on Tuesday. So the idea of that session is to promote a space for discuss, for talking between PhD candidates and companies related to the research that companies are developing inside, or even sometimes with the collaboration of academia members. So the idea is to promote a space for the debate, and with the possibility to create some interaction between the PhD candidates and the member from the business sector. Today we have, as I said, 2 sessions. The first session is with a company related in the engineering field, and in particular the member that participates today is related with the area of defense and aerospace. The second session is again related in that case with IT solutions, but with an other different field, other different scope. In that case is related to research applied in hospitals. So in both cases, the session will be in a similar way: one representative from the company, one moderator, and as well 4 or 5 PhD candidates asking and contacting with the company. After the session 2, the session 3, 4, and 5 is a small competition between different PhD candidates around 3 thematics, absolutely different. We have one thematic related to bioengineering, with a member of a high-level company related to bioengineering and instruments for medicine and for patients, electronic. And the second one is another different topic related to the sustainability and green city development. In that case, with a representative from a Polish company. And finally, the third session is related to green technologies and alternative energy sources. Of course, another very interesting and very hot topic in our days. This is the agenda for today. For tomorrow, we have the first session is very similar to the workflow visit that we will have now in a few minutes. In that case, with the municipality of Thessaloniki as well. This municipality will show how they are doing the research inside, and as well how is the cooperation with PhD students, academia, and so on. Session 7 and session 8 is focus for PhD candidates. Absolutely. So we have 2 different thematics. In session 7, we will have a session dedicated to the experience of Marie Curie program. You know that it's a very attractive program funded by European Commission. However, many times is not well known by the students. So I think that is a very important opportunity for you, if you are a PhD candidate, to know the experience for 2 people with this type of funding. 2 different calls inside of Marie Curie program, but very interesting in both cases. And session 8 with 2 subsections is more related to training or coaching in 2 very interesting topics. One topic is transferable skills, very important because when you will finish your PhD, you have to go to a company or to business sector, and perhaps you are wondering if I have or not the right skills that the company is expecting. So the idea is to approach this topic for you. And as well, open science. Perhaps you have heard something about that. It's a new trend promoted by European Commission. And the idea is to give you a brief overview about this very important topic if you are a researcher, because you can take advantage of that like provider of information or consumer of information. Finally, another very interesting topic, and I can speak by myself when I did my PhD. The well-being is perhaps one of the most important things to have your mind in a balanced state. I think that is very important, and people from Eurodoc they will give us a very interesting and attractive session about that. And finally, the last day, Wednesday, we have only 3 sessions. Session 9 is a kind of round table with people from 3 different organizations to discuss about the internationalization of PhD training. As well, we will know a little bit more about Marie Curie program, the new trend in the new Horizon Europe program that we will be triggered very soon. And as well, the speakers, the distinguished speakers will give us some small lecture, and finally we will have a time for discussion and for questions from the audience or even from the moderator. Session 10 is the session related to the future of the PhD Hub. As Marie and Vice President said, PhD Hub is the project what promoted this event and activity to approach academia and business environment. So the idea is to discuss a little bit more about the future of this initiative and what happened next year or after next year. And in the closing ceremony, usually it's not a very attractive session, but in that case, I think that is very important because the participants of the pitches session will know the winners of each session, and as I anticipate, the winners will have some award, not too much, but it's a small award for the winners and for the second one. So we will announce the winners in this closing ceremony. So please wait for that ceremony to know what will be the winners and why, what are the reasons for these winners. Let me as well to give you some very brief notes about the participation of this event, because Marie and Vice President mentioned that we have more than 400 registration. It's absolutely right. So we decided to close the registration because we were not very aware if the Microsoft Teams platform can support this number of participants. So we consider that the impact of this event, even in September after the summer break, has been amazing. So thank you very much to everybody for your participation in this event. And from these 400, more than 400 registration, the 75% is related with early stage research. It means that our target group in this session, in this event, is for those students, for those PhD candidates that they are starting or they are in some of the different stages about the PhD thesis. Concerning the thesis pitches, perhaps the more attractive session, for the session related to bioengineering, we have 5 participants. The session related to green city development, we have 8 participants, and concerning the green technologies and alternative energy sources, we have 7 participants. It means that we have a very attractive number of participants, and I am sure that the quality of the presentations and the quality of the defense of this research will be amazing. And I would like as well to say sorry, to apologize for the technical problems with Microsoft Teams. I know that you have received a lot of emails. Sorry for that. But as I said, it has been very complicated for us to manage this large number of registrations without problems. And well, we have decided this way to create different sessions, to create different roles and different invitation for that. So sorry for this large number of emails, but it was the only way that we thought that it could be right for the registration and for attending without technical problems to the event. I know that we have not sent yet the links for tomorrow. We are in contact with Microsoft to find another solution easier than this one for you, just with 1-2 links, and that's all. So perhaps this afternoon, early afternoon, you will receive the invitation for the tomorrow and after tomorrow session. So sorry for that. And finally, I would like to give you some logistic issues. Well, sounds a little bit strange, these logistic issues when are doing this event in an online way. Please mute your microphones because we are too many people. So please, just for the right development of the session, take care about your microphone and your camera. And in any session, if you have any issue, any question, any doubt, please use the chat box, because each session will have a moderator to take note about your questions, your issues, your queries, and we will try to share your questions with the moderator or with the people involved in the different sessions. Please use it, because we consider that interaction with you, it could be the best way to take advantage of this event. And from my side, I don't have too much things to say. So I think that we have finished this first part of the event, the welcome session. And we are now wait 5 minutes for the next session. As I show you in the agenda, is the session with defense and aerospace research with a representative from INDRA company, and we will start in 5 minutes. So thank you very much again for your participation, and we will start in this same session in this same Microsoft Teams in 5 minutes. Thank you. Now, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I mute my microphone. So, good morning again. Thank you for attending to this interesting session with Luz Gileras from INDRA company. Thank you, Luz, for your time and for your cooperation, because when we commented you the possibility to have INDRA on board, you say yes automatically. So thank you very much for your time and for this very interesting, I hope, and attractive session for the audience. So previous to give you the floor, let me explain a little bit more the objective of this session is just to promote a space for the debate with PhD students. In that case, we have 4 PhD students, or almost PhD students from University of Alcalá, and I would like to do a very quick round session for your presentation. Frank, Carlos, Fausto, very quick, just your name and your expertise in your PhD, and then we will give the floor to Luz to start with this session. So please, Carlos, for example, that I have a lot of confidence with him. Can you start, please?
Okay, good morning. Thank you so much, Ignacio. I'm an experienced electronic engineer during 14 years with extensive background in sensor and detector evaluation, software simulation and hardware design. So I have been working in different research centers, the synchrotron ESRF in France or CMAT, and currently I'm working at CSIC, and even I'm working on the pilot project at the University of Alcalá, where I'm carrying out my PhD. My research is focused on energy efficient resources area, And well, that's all. So thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thanks, Carlos. Another one, please. The other Carlos.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Carlos Cop and I work at Alcalá University as a research in the Palemon project. We are working on the design of intelligence video surveillance system for ships, and our goal is to design a system that is capable of extracting information from the environment and from information to the people to send to other parts of the project. The part of my research is how to introduce a big AI in a little hardware. I begin this project so a little time. I'm new in the type of project, so
No worries.
thanks.
Perfect. Perfect, Carlos. Thank you. Fausto is the third one, for example.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I am Fausto Garcia. My field is the digital communication, specifically, and I am preparing a doctoral thesis at the Alcalá University on the theory signal department. My thesis is over PLC, power line communications, more specifically over the physical layer of the standard IEEE 1901.
Okay. Thank you, Fausto. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And finally, Frank is the last one. Frank, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Well, my name is Fran Zanabria. I'm telecommunication engineer, and my thesis is over speaker tracking with audio and visual information for intelligence spaces.
Okay. Thank you, Frank. Now, Luz, is your time. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you all for your great interest in this session devoted to defense research. During this presentation today, I will try to show you how innovation is managed in my company, INDRA. Let me please start introducing myself. My name is Maria Luz Gil. I am an electronic engineer by the University of Alcalá, Spain. I am PMP certified, and I've been working in INDRA for more than 20 years. My career has been always connected to projects related to defense market. In the beginning, as part of the team of design and development for the defense systems, and later more focused on the research and innovation part. Before showing you the agenda, any question or comment you have during the presentation, I think there is a chat, but I didn't find it. But okay, at the end of the presentation, we can answer all your questions you have or comments you want to share with us.
So let me interrupt you just a quick second because you don't find the way for the chat. It's just like a small thing in the top. You have for anyone that has any question, please use it, and I take note about that, and I will share your question with Luz. Sorry for the interruption, Luz.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Nacho. So regarding the agenda, I have divided the presentation into four main points. So first, I will present INDRA company, what are our main activities and markets, just to give you a global view. In the second point, we will show you how innovation is part of our business and how important it is. We will continue with details on how the relationship with the university is established inside the company. And finally, in a more empirical view on research, but focus on the defense sector. For this, I will introduce a little more in detail the systems we develop in defense and some examples. I will give you some examples of real projects where we research and innovate. Okay, let's begin then talking about INDRA. Okay. INDRA, and probably you may know, is a Spanish company, global leader in technological solutions and consulting. The company was created in 1993 as a joint of main Spanish enterprises. One of these enterprises, for example, was starting its activity in 19 21. This is that there is some specific areas in the company that have more than 100 years of life. Okay. Its business model is based on a comprehensive range of proprietary products and solutions with a high value focus. When I say proprietary products, I mean that we design and develop these products in INDRA. As I said, there is also a high innovation component. Let me please give you some figures about INDRA so that you can get its dimension. In the year 2019, INDRA achieved revenue of more than 3,000 million euros and a 7% of devoted to innovation, which is a total of 225 million euros. There is a commitment to innovation in INDRA to invest between 5 and 8% of the revenue every year on research, development, and innovation. Currently, we are more than 49,000 employees all over the world, with offices in 46 countries and business operation in more than 140 countries. Market sectors can be divided into two main blocks. Okay, one is for transport and defense, and the other is for information technologies. Information technology is focused on digital transformation consultancy, and it includes markets as energy and industry, financial services, telecom, media, and public administration and healthcare. Okay, if you let me, I will go with a quick review of some examples of the activity and products for the different markets. In the block of transport and defense, we have the sector of ATM, air traffic management, where we count on air traffic management solutions, communication, navigation, and surveillance system with large experience. Here is also the case for more than 100 years of experience. And INDRA is leader in this field with systems installed all over the world. We participate in the European project for the Single Sky, CESAR, and we are global leaders in ATM market with more than 4,000 facilities around the world. We are very proud that Angela Merkel said once that the German sky is Spanish, as they implanted their air traffic management system with INDRA systems. Regarding transport, we have a management system for trains, ports, and airports, urban mobility, maritime surveillance, or traffic and toll control systems. As examples, for example, we participated in the project for the Mecca-Medina high-speed railway, or our system in Mare for maritime surveillance that is installed in the port of Southampton in the UK. Okay. Regarding the sector of defense and security, we are leaders in air defense with our family of radar Lanza, with clients across all 5 continents, or in defense systems for naval, air, and land platforms. Examples for the sector of energy and industry. I have heard that one of you are working in this sector. We offer leadership in generation, distribution, and commercial solutions in energy. And regarding industrial, we are working in industry 4.0, and we have industrial management systems, for example, for retails or for the hotel sector, among others. Regarding telecom and media, we develop digital content for TV and operation solutions. On financial services, we have a great offer on assurance and banking. And finally, public administrations and healthcare, with examples as platform for healthcare systems, education, and justice. And we have a great experience in digital election processes. INDRA business model. The business model is part of our culture, and it is based on 4 legs. Okay, clients, technology, professionals, and solutions that interact in a cyclical way. When a customer comes to us with a need, it is the company with its best value and its professionals using the technology in many of the cases in the state of the art who give the solution to satisfy the client. So, this is something dynamic with movement. We always try to adapt our solution to customer needs, being in permanent contact. This is easy to explain if we go to the defense market, where every customer is different and with different needs, and we always adapt our system to their requirements. So sometimes, and for some particular products, it is difficult to find 2 same products. Well, here in this line, you can see in the map how our business is spread in the 5 continents. Okay, second point, I'm going to explain you how we manage innovation at the corporate level. So this is for all areas within INDRA. We could say that innovation at INDRA is not an activity, but a strategy integrated throughout the entire organization. Let's see more about. INDRA has an open, agile, and flexible innovation model that is oriented to the generation and capture of attractive ideas to expand the future offering. The innovation ecosystem on a global level is composed by startups, entrepreneurs, spin-offs, research groups at university experimenting with emerging technologies in this case, as well as INDRA's own professionals. The innovation model intends to expand and consolidate our relationship with all of them. Within this model, we find 4 fundamental objectives. 1, convert innovation into the strategic lever that differentiates our offering. 2nd, focus innovation on responding to a strategic business need. 3rd, become a benchmark of innovation and a hub, as you, that attracts startups. And 4, capitalize the internal talent for generating differential and innovative initiatives. The innovation model counts on an innovation committee that is the governing body, and it is in charge of defining and promoting all the key lines. This committee is responsible for supervising, leading, and defining priorities for the corporate innovation units, and is also responsible of the innovation model operation. It also serves as a forum in which markets and corporate areas debate on the company's innovation agenda and actions. This committee meets every month, and it's composed by people from strategy and innovation and representatives of all business units and experts in technology. Inside the innovation department, we found the area of research and development, which would be in the left side of the image, and INDRA Ventures. Let's see them more in detail. Okay, the research and development unit gives support and collaboration to the other areas of the company when it is required, and gives also assistance to obtain financing by third parties. For example, imagine that from the area of energy, we want to present a proposal to a European program like a project for H2020 or for the future European Defence Funds. We don't know yet, but we are expectants for this. The first thing we have to do is to contact this research and development area for support. They provide support in planning, grant management, and research and development project monitoring. We could say that this area provides internal support services as well as external activities to integrate within the entire innovation ecosystem. Between these services, we find the dissemination of calls for proposals, events, research and publication of interest, guidance concerning the most adequate call for proposal. You go to them, and yeah, I want to present this proposal to a call, but I don't know what call. So they give you guidance in this case, and they, giving you some possibilities to present this proposal. They guide us also in the preparation of proposals in the aspect of technical, corporate, financial, or legal. They support also in grant agreement management, this bureaucratic issue that we need support from, because we are technicians, and we need support from them, and we need a guidance because it's a little complex, this task for us. So it's definitely it's an essential instrument to promote innovation inside in the company. The other unit within innovation group is INDRA Ventures. INDRA Ventures promotes and supports innovation, both within and beyond INDRA. It shares the development of initiative in a collaborative way within the open ecosystem, looking for the maximum impact in our business. We saw this innovation ecosystem to slide before, but here you can see that this ecosystem is an input to this unit, to INDRA Ventures unit. So INDRA remains in very close contact with this ecosystem, and only in the last year, 2019, more than 500 startups were analyzed, collaborative agreements were signed, and the company invested capital in a startup that were aligned with our company strategy. In this ecosystem, there are internal and external players. External as startups, universities, technology centers, spin-off, or accelerators. And internal with our professionals. Main functions of INDRA Ventures are found with external and internal agents. First, with external agents, we detect and screen innovative ideas in emerging phases or undergoing development. The establishment of agreement and participation in specific initiatives are done through the signature of a memorandum of understanding, okay? And investment, and finally, if everything has been okay, we finish with the integration of this idea, developed idea, in our portfolio. Sometimes, and depending on the needs, it is possible participation in the development, INDRA participation, with, for example, contribution of human capital, technology, or our infrastructures. Within the internal agents, the function of INDRA Ventures is also the detection and screen of ideas among the employees, and we implement these ideas. For this, we have the initiative of innovators. So as I said, innovators is an internal initiative where employees participate in, let's say, a kind of ideas contest. It takes place every year. This year is the 4th edition, and the deadline to present the ideas is finishing tomorrow. Last year, more than 14,000 employees took part and provided a total of 626 innovative ideas. We have developed a specific platform for innovators in our intranet where participants can send the ideas. Participation can be individually or as a team. After the period of catching these ideas, there's a period for voting. We vote the best idea, open, and this is open to all professionals. Later, a panel of experts choose no more than 9 ideas, and these ideas have to be presented during a closing ceremony, and attendees to this ceremony vote. The idea receiving the most vote will be the winning idea. At the end, 3 ideas will be selected, and they will be introduced in a program to develop a business plan. This business plan, with the approval of business line, goes to a committee of investments to get the funding for the idea development. Point 3 is devoted to the relationship with the universities, how we articulate the collaboration with the universities. So INDRA has collaboration with more than 15 Spanish universities, and we share in many of them. We identified 3 main activities with university that are the creation of innovative solutions through the factory of ideas, the deployment of our own technology at university with the aim of being tested and improved, and finally, the activities related with talent. First one, bringing talent, new talent to the company. This is talent recruitment. And second one, to make possible for INDRA professionals the research through doctorate programs. This is made for talent retention. Okay. We have some events that are celebrated as part of these activities. And regarding the Factory of Ideas, you can see that we have the University Days, where a university shows its capacity to INDRA. Last event I remember now is the University of Valencia. A group of INDRA representatives went to Valencia, and they show us. They gave us presentation of their departments, and we have a tour guide or to the installation they have, to the ecosystem of startups they have created. E+D days. They are workshops where several organizations show their capacities on a specific subject. Last event I remember was devoted to the new space. It was a very interesting session. There is also campaign of challenges where different universities compete in a challenge defined by INDRA. These initiatives or activities are being implemented, and we have a great interest of develop more all these activities with the universities. Now, sorry, and there is also I plus demo days, and there is a session where the challenge results of the campaign of challenges are shown. Regarding the INDRA technology at the university, the main activities are hackathons or practices for specific subjects, open platforms. We develop open platforms for university to provide INDRA technology and create knowledge and development communities. And we have also some certification degrees. For example, we have a master now in cybersecurity in the Utah University. And for the third activity, talent retention and recruitment, we have, as I said, doctorate programs. And we have also different INDRA dissemination activities. We disseminate our activity opening our installation to the students, or we go to the university to give presentation and to show our activity in INDRA. Okay, the last block is devoted to research and development, but focus on the defense and security sector. So this is the last point of my presentation. And let me please start giving you more detail on our activity and products to finish with real projects, a sample of real projects where we research and innovate, and where research and innovation is the key for their development. Okay, this slide is just to remind you where we are. Okay, remember that INDRA has 2 main blocks of business, one for IT and the other for transport and defense. So inside transport and defense, there is air traffic management, transport, and defense and security. And this is here where we are now. Okay. Okay. So the defense and security area is presented again with high focus on research and development, with high flexibility, adapting always our solution to the customer needs, and following the most rigorous military standards to achieve reliability, with great experience starting our first defense activity in 1921 year, almost a century of experience. We develop advanced systems and solutions for different platforms in the 5 domains of the defense: land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. Main products and solutions are radar systems, electronic intelligence, information technology for defense, unmanned vehicles, CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear defense systems, electro-optical systems, maintenance and logistic support, simulation, and cyber defense. Some facts, some figures about our activity, and here you can see a map where we have remarked where defense systems are implemented or have been sold. Let me please summarize all these previous slides in a corporative video presentation.
We work hard to make the world a safer place. And we have the best weapon, cutting-edge technology. Our own custom-developed technology meets all our clients' needs. Our vast experience in the industry is our strongest asset. All our products are ITAR-free, and some of them have been developed in collaboration with local tech companies. We offer end-to-end solutions for all 5 defense domains: land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. Moreover, we develop safety-integrated systems. We protect our pilots with electronic defense systems to guarantee aircraft survival in hostile environments. Quick deployable tactical systems. We provide global connectivity for network operations from any place in the world. Working with our clients in the 5 continents, our air defense control an area comparable to the entire European airspace, covering all levels of simulation. And we develop innovative cyber defense solutions to manage all kinds of threats. INDRA, pushing the technology of tomorrow.
Okay, so before entering in the subject of research, it is important to know some points to give you a global view of the current situation in the domain of defense. Well, to start, traditional research in defense has been translated into the cyber domain. Everybody, for example, knows the case of Internet, created by DARPA, the research agency for defense in the United States. This is not the case anymore. Today is the civil technological advancements that are used in military systems. Other important point is to be aware that the defense market is not comparable to other industrial markets, where the level of production is very high. In the case of defense, not many systems are demanded and produced. It's not comparable, for example, with the telecom market. If a company wants to be competitive with presence in the defense market, it must pay attention to the changes and technological advances. Other point is that military scenarios are changing very fast. We are evolving for symmetric scenario where two armies were confronted, passing to asymmetric scenarios where an army fights against a group of insurgents, to come with what we call now hybrid warfare, where new threats appear as cyber threats or fake news with great impact in society. So, in brief, military systems have to evolve and satisfy the requirements for the coming scenarios that include more autonomous, connected, and digital systems using the artificial intelligence. This wouldn't be possible without having an innovative approach through the technological breakthroughs. Okay, in this slide, we will have a look to the defense research project. This research defense project can be articulated at INDRA in many ways, sometimes with internal investment, others through technological programs, as I will show you later in the next slides, or taking advantage of different national or European initiatives. No matter what the mechanism be, the proposal for a research project has to follow the internal rules and approvals. First, ideas have to be assessed and validated by product and technology groups. A business plan must detail the scope and justify the investment. After, it must be approved by senior management in a committee of investment. And once it's approved, the team is built and led by a project manager who reports on a monthly basis the progress of the project, schedule, cost, risk, etc., and following methodologies with the required quality standards, PMP, project management, CMMI for the software, ITIL, INCOSE for system engineering, etc. And regarding European projects, INDRA has a long trajectory in different projects and frameworks. We have participated in many research projects under the European initiative H2020 or previous framework programs for FP1 to FP7, and other technological projects and studies under the European Defence Agency framework or studies under the NATO organization. In short, INDRA will participate in 5 projects selected during the first call of the EDIDP. This is the European Defence Industrial Development Program as first phase for the next program, the next initiative, the European Defence Funds, and this is something equivalent to the H2020 this program, but focus in defense. Okay, so from these 5 projects that we are going to participate in this call, we lead 3 of the proposals. Okay, and we have also recently awarded with the leadership of our research project. We are very proud to develop a European radio frequency system of new generation in the framework of the Preparatory Action for Defence Research. All these projects are strategic for Europe and a model for the European industry cooperation. This confirms us as a key player for the next phase of the new program, the European Defence Funds, that will begin the next year. Okay, let's see now more real examples of technological programs that encourage innovation in our company. For example, INDRA participates in the main leading European programs, Eurofighter and the aircraft A400M, among others. The participation of INDRA in Eurofighter brought us the opportunity for research and improvement of our capabilities. Thanks to this program, for example, we have now a clean room in the Torrejón installations, that it is one of the biggest clean rooms that in Europe, where technological works of precision are done in the radio frequency domain. But not only for a Eurofighter, it started as a Eurofighter, but now we have worked for the main naval programs or for space with a path satellite. Regarding the Air 400M, the radar warner based on digital reception is INDRA design, and it is one of the most advanced radar warner systems in the world. We have done also simulators for the aircraft, and we are working now in a countermeasures based on infrared for the aircraft protection. Other example is the AF-110 frigate for the Spanish Navy. That is a next generation multipurpose vessel with a high offensive and survival capability. It incorporates a new integrated mast concept containing great variety of new generation sensors, all being INDRA design. The sensor follows a new architectural approach and use technology in the state of the art. You can see here the list of this sensor, but let me please show you a video with a presentation of this program.
Spain is once again at the forefront of the international naval industry. INDRA, with more than 50 years of experience in electronic defence systems, provides state-of-the-art technology for the F-110 program. S-band radar, X-band radar, radar signal surveillance, active radar signal countermeasures, electronic communication surveillance, interrogator transponder system, infrared search and track, Link 16, SATCOM. These new sensors overcome rigorous engineering tests at the factory to guarantee the correct operation of their new functions. The F-110 incorporates a new integrated mast concept, which is feasible thanks to the development of the new generation of sensors, based on flat array technology and a high digitization, resulting in systems with the most advanced functions and performance. At the same time, the SIST land-based sensor interrogation center is being built at the Rota Naval Base in Cadiz, which, oriented towards the sea, will allow us to replicate the behavior of the integrated mast and combat systems. SIST, at the end of the pier, will ensure optimal operation in a real maritime environment. SIST will be a reference ground centre during the whole life cycle of the F-110 frigate, and it shall focus on the tests and integration of sensors with the combat system. One of the main challenges is achieved a balance between the implementation of the most innovative technology and ensuring that the new sensors are sufficiently mature in the new F-110 frigate. The operational capacities that these new sensors provide to the F-110 combat system will set the reference for future ships of its class. The new long-range multifunction S-band radar, designed in collaboration with Lockheed Martin and with unprecedented operational capabilities, includes numerous digital solid-state transceivers grouped into 4 areas. 25X Prisma electronic scan multifunction radar focuses on surface and low altitude target detection with smart tracking functions available in all types of environments, noise levels and countermeasures. The IRST optronic system, developed in collaboration with Technobit and with the capacity to detect and automatically monitor objectives, is designed for the detection, recognition and identification of threats, as well as for navigation assistance. It features short and long range IR sensors and 360-degree visible range and telemetry. The IFF system can be used to identify friends or foes and provides aircraft with self-identification functions when detected by contacts on land or air, and will be enhanced with the ADS-B function. INDRA incorporates the national development of the new HPAG power amplifier into the Link 16 system. The RESM passive system is used to determine the origin of radar emissions from enemy platforms, identifying the level of danger to roll out countermeasures. The RECM active electronic steering system can manage multiple threats simultaneously by integrating the frigate chaff launching systems and using jamming or deception techniques. The CESM system is used to determine the origin of the communications of enemy platforms, detect their frequency bands, and extract voice and data information. SATCOM enhanced frigate capabilities, providing high-speed satellite communications operating simultaneously in the X and Ka bands. As a whole, INDRA's advanced systems can significantly reduce the radar section of the vessel, making it more difficult to detect external threats. The new generation of sensors on board the F-110 can be adapted to a wide range of ships and is prepared to meet the most demanding operation requirements. In close collaboration with the main military shipyards, over 100 ships worldwide have INDRA technology on board. Technological progress is the trigger, allowing the Spanish industry to establish strategies that allow us to consolidate leadership in this type of ship.
So you can imagine that inside this program, there is a lot of technological projects that give us the opportunity to develop new technologies. So as the video said, that this will be the reference for our future products in the naval, not only for naval platforms, also for land and for aircrafts. So many of you perhaps know that INDRA was nominated last year as national coordinator of another very big program that is the Next Generation Weapon System, the FCAS, the Future Combat Air System. This is a European program with the participation of 3 European nations, Spain, France, and Germany. And in the role of national coordinator, INDRA will represent. INDRA will not only develop or design or decide technical aspect. INDRA will have the responsibility of represent the interest of the whole national industry here. The development of this program will generate important knowledge, high qualification employment, and added value for Spanish companies, providing the opportunity to develop cutting-edge technologies and products. This is not only an aircraft. It is conceived to be a system of systems. So a lot of systems working together and connected in a network. And to finish, final example. The company is also working in the Spanish Army program for the Future Combat Vehicle, VCR 8x8. This is a program with 3 phases, with a length of 7 years of duration. And in this first phase, now it is in the first phase, INDRA will implement the mission system and will participate in the turret production. It will be also responsible for the maintenance and support of the vehicle's life cycle. And INDRA will also give assistance in the international sales and marketing. And okay, with this, I finish my presentation. I hope you have enjoyed it. And now it's time for you. If you have any question, I wasn't able to see the chat. Let me see.
Yes, Luz, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for your impressive presentation. I think that we have now a more clear idea about the things that INDRA is doing, not only in the field of defense, because for me it was a very nice surprise to discover that you have a complete program for all the sections that INDRA has in the company. These programs that you mentioned for collecting new ideas, for the promotion of startups and collaboration with companies, for attract talent for your companies. So I think that we can see that it's not a company just for research, in that case, in the field of defense that perhaps is more close to you. We can see a very large enterprise with many activity in the field of the research to develop own research, and as well as you say in the last part of your presentation, to coordinate other research for other partners. So thank you very much. Concerning the chat box, at the moment there is no questions, but we have the hand raised from Carlos. He's one of the PhD candidates. So Carlos, please, your questions to Luz.
Perhaps.
Maria, thank you so much. Congratulations for your presentation. I'm wondering how INDRA protect the results of research projects, or in which way INDRA is related to patent exploitation. I mean, INDRA need to protect ideas in defense sector, and the student need to present these ideas in the research community. So, in which way INDRA is related to this patent exploitation if they need to do it? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. So what I can tell you is that we register some of our designs of our idea. This is a legal registration. Not too many patents. This is a field where we are. We are starting to work in. This is something that we have to improve. But the only thing I can say is that we, in many programs, we go to a notary and we register our designs or our documentation, and this is the thing, the mechanism we have to protect our information. And this is something that is now. INDRA is changing a lot now. If you saw my last slide, it was written INDRA at the core. INDRA at the core is meaning that there are changes not only in the military scenarios as I saw you in the previous slide, but also in our company. It's the war is changing, so there are a lot of initiatives, and one of the things changing is this field is the information protection.
Okay, Luz, we have another question in that case from the other Carlos. So Carlos.
Hello. Thanks
Hello,
for
Carlos.
I have a question about. I'm a PhD and I worry with my future. I want to ask you about what is the possibilities to work in INDRA when we, the PhD, finish our PhD. I don't know if we are academical person to adapt in the companies. It's possible. It may be difficult, and I want to know about this thing.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. You have all the possibilities to work with us. You are very welcome. So we need you to think that we develop very complex systems. I think that more than 80% of our employees have a university degree, and we need perhaps the best value of our company is the knowledge. So we need people with high quality knowledge, high quality degrees. So you are very welcome, and perhaps you can think that you want to stay in the university after your PhD. We can find a way to collaborate. If you want to stay in the university, there are a lot of mechanisms to collaborate with the company. But if you want to come with us to work with us, you are very, very welcome.
Okay, thank you. I have other questions, but I don't know if I have time.
Only one more thing regarding your first question. We are now recruiting a lot of new people, because with all this technology, it's only a few samples of the new technology programs. Is the scenario for us now? The future is amazing. So we are involved in many initiatives, in many programs. and we need people. We need people, and now we are doing an initiative which is called Talent Camp. And this talent camp is a kind of master that the new employees coming in INDRA. At the end of September, we have the 3rd edition. We give during 4 or 5 weeks. We give them a formation in our activities, in our products, like the presentation today, but in more detail. And they know our products, they know our technologies, because sometimes it's difficult because inside our company, in fact, there is a university of defense. So this is something we have to explode, and this is the reason why we collaborate with you, with the startup. We need help from the outside.
Okay, thank you. I want you to ask other question. Now I'm working with artificial intelligence, and I want to know how is feel in INDRA, the AIs in INDRA.
Okay, so artificial intelligence now is taking a special importance, relevant importance for our products, but not only in the IT block, in the Insight side. So for defense is also very important. You have seen in the presentation, for example, the FCAS program, where all these systems are connected in a net, and more autonomous defense systems are making decisions without the intervention of the humans. So this is where we have to apply this artificial intelligence. The systems, the radio frequency systems, are more and more adapted to the environment, and they have to learn of the environment. So you have to apply this machine learning to our system. And yes, we have started. We are implementing this artificial intelligence in our system. This is key for the future systems.
Okay, thanks for that, Maria.
Thank you for your questions.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Luz. More questions? Well, I would like to ask you, Luz, one specific question. Perhaps is not only the case of INDRA company, but my feeling like research and academic member is that perhaps the PhD candidates or the PhD graduates, many times they are not well appreciated or well receive it in the company, because sometimes companies said, I don't know, that is the INDRA case, perhaps I am wrong, but my feeling is a standard feeling, not only in Spain, in many countries. So I know that there are exceptions, but usually the PhD candidate, well, as you said, the high level of expertise that the PhD graduates have when they finish the PhD, perhaps is not well recognized by the companies. It means that perhaps the number of PhD graduates in the companies is very low if you compare, for example, with master students or master graduates, sorry. So from your perspective, what are the reasons about that? Why the PhD graduates currently are not well demanded by the companies? What do you think about that?
To be honest, I don't know, because I think this is not the case for INDRA, because we appreciate very deep this PhD profiles. So in fact, in these changes I was talking before, we are promoting this doctorate in between our professionals, and there is a figure in our professional development that it's called magister. This magister is a person with a deep knowledge in different aspects or systems or technologies, where professionals can consult, and you go to this magister and you he gives you some advices or rules or to follow, or so. And as I said, the systems we develop in INDRA are very complex systems, and the knowledge is it's a treasure. So yeah, this is not our case. So this is not the case of INDRA. We deeply recognize the PhDs.
Okay, so I would like to, as well to clarify that INDRA is of course a Spanish company, but Lud shows in the presentation, INDRA is deployed in so many countries. So this session is not only focused for Spanish students. So INDRA is an international company, and they are looking for talent, as Lud said, from any part of Europe or any part of the world, because it's an international team, an international company. And Lud has presented one specific section of INDRA, in that case, defense and aerospace or military research, but there are more sections related with technology. But we are technology researchers, but as well we need other type of profiles. It means that any people from humanities knowledge or business knowledge as well are very important in any engineering company. I think that is another important point to remark, because perhaps the high number of engineers in company, the percentage, if you compare with another companies, is very, very high, but as well other type of professionals are demanded by the company. And I think that as well is important, because I understand, Lou, that this type of program that you have in INDRA for the attraction of talent is open to any part of Europe or any part of the world, sorry.
Yes, of course, We are a global company, is totally true. And we have the advantage that we are a broad offer of sectors where you can fit any profile. So there are societal aspects in other markets. I don't know, public healthcare, or I don't know, the financial, or there are a lot of profiles to be fit inside the company, not only the experts in technological systems.
Mm-hmm. So that's important.
This is a part closer to me, because I'm more in the technology part, but it is broad. So for example, the human resources, they are making a excellent labor with us, and this is in the side of the human issues.
Yeah. Any more question? Well, I have another one. Look, sorry.
Okay, no, you're welcome.
So I would like that if you can explain to the audience how is the pyramid of a project level. I mean, when INDRA receives a project, how is the project divided in different teams? If there is a general project manager, then there is a technological project manager, perhaps a software project manager, a hardware. How is this type of structure of levels in a large and big company like INDRA? Can you explain a little bit? I know that perhaps it's not exactly the same in different areas of the company, but perhaps you can give us some example, because I think that from a career perspective for a PhD graduate or PhD candidate, it could be interesting that you can jump between different levels according to your expertise and according to your experience as well.
Okay. Of course, it depends on the nature of the project. So, for example, for these last examples I presented during the presentation, these programs, a program includes a lot of projects, and they have a program office only for this program. So this is like it was another box in the organization of the. They have their own organization. Okay, but in the global, we are divided whether there is a business line. There's a business line that include the commercial aspect and more closer to the clients, and they are taking care of the business. Then there is what we say design and development, where inside the design operations, and inside operation there is the design and development, and also programs. In these box programs, you can find the project managers for the project. So the first thing, when you start a project, you need the project manager. The project manager starts the program, build the team, and register the project in the internal systems, just to follow the progress of the project, schedule, cost, as I said, in a monthly base. We say they have to measure every month. They have to measure. So they build the team. Generally, it's a transversal team because it depends on the nature of the project. But you need, for example, profiles from engineering, mechanical, software, hardware. You need, I don't know, system engineer. In the case you have to develop a system. You need also a technical. The project manager is more for the management of the project, but you need a technical manager also. In some cases, it depends of the size of the project, no. But in some cases, you need a technical project manager also. It's like this. It's generally we build transversal teams. Okay. With multidisciplinary teams. Okay. I don't know if this answers your question.
Yeah, more or less. You know that when you have a big project, it's sometimes complicated to manage and handle this type of issues. So my question was related this structure about, you say, the project manager and the horizontal and transversal teams working all together with different tasks.
Yeah, so, communication aspect, for example, is key for the good development of a project. There are periodic meetings at the different levels. The project manager leads this kind of meetings. And as I said, communication is a key aspect in order to have the good progress of the project.
Okay, I don't know if there is anything else from the audience. Otherwise, I have to say thank you again, Luz, for your nice presentation and for your time. We appreciate a lot your presentation and the overview that you have shown about INDRA and the way to collaborate with the talent, the universities, and as well different examples of your research. And I think now that the audience has known a little bit more your company. And thank you again for your time. And let me say as well, thank you for to be very close to University of Alcalá as usual.
Yes, always. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your interest today.
Thank you, everybody. So we can say that this session is finished. Now in 3 minutes, we will start the next session with another different type of company. In that case, it's a police example. And the people who register is in advance, they have the links or the invitation for the next session. Thank you, everybody, for your time, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.